Manchester United had an obvious weakness against Arsenal. What happened is inevitable. This was a game that I expected Manchester United to come in, show what they can do in this game. But then the strongness of Arsenal still determined that, yes, the Gunners, absolutely massive performance. They still determined that they are up for the title. The title is for grabs because getting that valuable 3 points in Old Trafford shows what Arteta and Arsenal can do. You got that 3 valuable points. How are you feeling today? Today is not a sleep for all Arsenal fans.
Yeah, for me, I think it's match day one, so we can't properly assess the Arsenal team or the Manchester United side. But per the game we watched today, I feel like, yeah, there's more of work for Arteta to do. There, you can see that the Arsenal players have still not recovered from the preseason. You can see they are still in their preseason, form and everything. United came up in the game very strong, especially in the second half. The way they attacked the Arsenal team, it was quite amazing. It was just unfortunate for them not to get a goal at the back of the goalpost. But I feel like the performance United gave in the second half was a spectacular one, yeah. And I would say kudos to them.
Yeah, kudos to them. And this was a game United had all the statistics ahead of Arsenal, but yet still lost that game. Eddy, will you say it was a hard luck under Manchester United with the goalkeeper making a mistake and then Arsenal was able to capitalize on that?
Yeah, if you are saying that, I'll probably go by what you are saying. Sometimes a little mistakes, changes the face of the game. And a little mistake from the goalkeeper that changes, the face of the game. And in moving forward, we will try to prevent such mistakes. So he has been committing such mistakes, both in the previous season, the Euros and everything. I said in the the league we played, he has been committing such mistakes, and the good
The
ways
preseason, yeah.
in the prison and other things as well, So he has to work on his mistakes. Such mistakes cost a lot. For instance, if today was supposed to be a final, you could have given the title away. So it's very, very sad.
Yeah. Very, very sad indeed. But then this is the Gunners that actually determine. With Arteta, we've been complaining of how they don't utilize their chances. And today was absolutely poor performance from Arsenal because I didn't expect that performance from them. But yet they still go ahead to get that clinical goal in the early stage of the game and was able to maintain that till the end. Do you think in moving forward, what will Arsenal need to add to their game plan to make it exciting and also winning games?
Yeah, personally, I wasn't surprised with the performance they put up today at the Old Trafford. I feel like, yeah, when you want to contend for the title, when you want to compete with the big boys, sometimes you shouldn't be playing the flamboyant football, but you have to grind the results as well. And that is what exactly what Arteta is trying to do. You don't have to be possessive always. Sometimes you just have to find a way to win the games. Because it's a marathon. It's not like a one-way something. You play about 38 games in a season, so definitely one or two games will not go your way, but you have to find a way to either get a point or grab all the 3 points when it's necessary. Today, for instance, it was an away game, so you kind of understand why he was a bit cautious with his approach to the game. And yeah, I feel like maybe going into the Emirates next week, you will see a different Arsenal altogether. But for me, the performance I saw today was not what I was expecting from Arsenal because of what they've shown in the past 2 or 3 seasons. But mind you, Arteta is also playing probably this will be his last season if he doesn't win anything for the team, if he doesn't win the Premier League. So he's also being cautious with the tactics and everything. So sometimes we kind of understand him when he's sitting back and soaking the pressure and moving on the counter attack. Yeah. I feel like it's normal. Maybe he'll change things when he feels like the league is open and he can just go in and win it when it's safe. But for now, he's very cautious with his tactics.
Yeah, he's very cautious with his tactics. That's absolutely right. And looking at Manchester United, Eddie, you are being a United fan for that matter. And the likes of Konya and also Buemo started the game for sure. They have been in Premier League for sure. So I'm not surprised to see them actually trying to get something out of the game, but it wasn't just working. But take us through. Benjamin Sesko had his debut in Old Trafford today. What do you think about his performance today against the Gunners?
Right, I think in total we had the dominance over Arsenal today, and he had his day in Old Trafford. This is just the first game for him so what I will probably say is he should just keep the hard work. It's because of his hard work that's why United went in for him. So we will be expecting much more from him. And United need how do you call it, teamwork. If they want to probably proceed or perform very well in this season, they have to put in the teamwork and everything. Then things will be good. The connection have to be there. They have to be understanding with each other, then things will be good for United. If not, individual brilliance sometimes is good, but the teamwork will probably take the team far.
I think will probably take the team far for sure. This is Manchester United, who was grieving for a penalty in the game when Saliba got Konya in the box. Because according to them, Saliba didn't get the ball. His main target was Konya, and he had Konya. They don't understand why the referee didn't get United penalty. What do you make up of that? Was it really a penalty, or the referee was right by his decision?
Yeah, in my opinion, Manchester United are very good stand to claim a penalty. And for me personally, for instance, I would say that was a penalty because he got the player before even reaching the ball. So yeah, it was a clear penalty. But these football decisions, sometimes it will go your way, sometimes it will go in the opponent's way. You the benefit today, and later you pay in the coming game. So definitely one way or the other, it will get to a match day that Arsenal will pay for whatever they got this match week. Manchester United will go and benefit from another team somewhere. That is how it is. It is 38 games. Some of these things will happen, but I understand them when they are talking about the penalty. Yes, because surely William Saliba got the Matheus Cunha before he even got to the ball. So I think, yeah, for me personally, I think it was a penalty. Just that it was maybe an oversight from the referees in the VR model. They felt like this one was a soft one and they had to let it go, but it was a penalty.
It was a penalty indeed. And after the game, yet the coach of Manchester United, Ruben Amorim, still backed his goalkeeper, even though he made that silly mistake for Arsenal to capitalize on that. Eddy, are you still confident that United can bounce back after this today performance? Because generally they perform very well, but then at the end of the day are not able to secure a point at home.
It's a first game. Things didn't go well as we planned or we thought. But in moving forward, I think the boys should boost their morale and everything so that they'll be able to fight harder. Just one out of 38, still 37 more games to play, and a lot is going to happen. Arsenal won their game. A lot of clubs won their game over the weekends, but things will keep on changing. There is more games to play, and the guys, what I would say is they should keep their heads up, and they will be able to pick some wins along the way. Not a surprise. Defeats will come. You're not going to say United is going to go on unbeaten. Defeats will come. But if the defeats come, they should keep their heads high and keep fighting. So we live to that another day. We live to win the honest game.
Ima, like how disappointed are you after Eberechi choose Tottenham instead of Arsenal?
Yeah, I'm not that disappointed because I feel like my team also didn't push in that much for the move. And Tottenham is showing clear signs of seriousness and in getting the signature of Eberechi Eze. For me, sometimes the players also want to see the project you are presenting to them. And I feel like Thomas Frank's project has convinced him much than that of Mikel Arteta's project. Yeah, if he's moving to Tottenham, then Tottenham also get a very formidable team, a very difficult team to beat this season because, mind you, they already have Mohamed Kudus. James Madison is injured and he will come into the team. They have Papi Metasa and Yves Bissouma too is in the team. Yeah, so they have some fine players in the Tottenham team. So adding Eberechi Eze to the team will also be like, another great addition. I'm just praying the deal goes through. Though now we've been hearing rumors that it's in the final stages already. Personal agreements have been concluded and everything, but still it boils down to him putting a pen on the contract for Tottenham Hotspur. As it stands now, he's not a player for Tottenham, so we can't just say much about him. He's a very fine player. Today, for instance, we saw his performance against Chelsea, scoring a goal and being the goal disallowed by VR due to maybe one or two things. But Yeah, for me, if Tottenham are to get the signature of Eberechi Eze, it is going to be a great addition, and Tottenham to will be a very great side to play against this season.
Yeah, absolutely. For sure, Manchester United have boosted their squad, and then they still look forward to add one player, which is very important. Baleba, United is going in. Brighton said they are not actually ready to sell the player. Eddie, do you think United will break a bank to go for that player?
Most of the times, it all comes down to the club willing to allow the player to go, and they've made. But Brighton have already made their statement clear that I think Baleba is not for move this. I think this time, this summer or that this transfer window. But if the player saw instead that he wants to leave, then that's where United can probably push harder. But for now, I think we will leave things to be how it is. Because
Yeah, we'll leave.
in the coming days, things can also change. There is general transfer. So if the club decides to allow him to come in the, I think, in January transfer, then if United still if we still have the interest, we will still go in for him. He's a good talented player, so we'll be looking to, I think, still boost our squad. Because now we have a
But
lot
do
of
you believe
a lot of competition to fight for. Now we are not in the Champions League, we are not in the top four, so we have to boost our squad to probably fight for other tournament as well. So he coming to United will be a good signing for United.
so that by the end of the season you won't end 15th position again? Yeah.
My brother, fire burn you.
Because I can see the seriousness. It's like you still like the 15th position. So, all right, guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for your time. And if you just join us and you are new, you know how we do it. Hit the subscription button, like and share the video. Hey, your opinions are highly welcome. And we are going to see you in the next video. Chelsea also did some performance today, which was very disappointing. See you in the next video. Ciao.